I mean, you're making 44%. You did another one. Then why the condo, the land development, the mortgages?
Yeah.
It's just so fun for you? I mean,
well,
and I guess this is your lowest return, you said. Out of all 8 investments.
No. Just for my 2 student houses.
Oh, just for your student houses.
The student houses are pretty lucrative. Their numbers are pretty good.
So why not stay there?
Yeah, it's definitely more active.
Yeah.
So I get more.
Oh, active. There's perspiration here.
That's right.
There's some work here.
Yeah,
okay.
Compared to like a 1-year term. So one of my investments is syndicated mortgage lending. So I lent out a chunk of money, I wrote a check, and then a bigger check came back.
Yeah.
So something like that is a little bit different than what's required to do a deal like this.
Yeah. No, this is fantastic. Okay. So before we go to break, let's run through the next student one.
Sure.
Okay. So the ROI is?
So the ROI for this one is 70%.
70%.
70%. Now
Wow.
this one, the investment was about half of what the other one was. So we did 10% down payment, which is why the ROI is so much greater.
Oh, 10%. Okay. So what's the purchase price?
Purchase price was $211. It's $211,500.
Okay. So is that what we're using?
Sure. $211,500.
Okay. $211,500. How's my numbers here? Is this bad?
Looks good.
Could I be a doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, so $211,500, that's what we purchased it for?
Yeah.
What are you in for?
I'm in for $26K, so I did a $10,000.
This time we're going to call it investment amount.
Sure.
Okay, so you're in for how much?
So $21K was my down payment and $5K was the closing cost, so this one will be $26K.
$26,000. Because you only used 10% down.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
So 10% plus close. That's how we got $26K. Okay, cash flow?
Cash flow is $9,000.
Okay, cash flow is $9K. Then...
Oh, sorry, $6K rather.
$6K?
Yep.
Okay, $6,000. And then mortgage down?
Principal pay down is also $6K, so this one will have a bigger mortgage because I put less down.
Okay.
So $6K.
$6K.
And passive appreciation, similar to the other one, $6K.
Okay. $6K, so that equals 18K on your 26K is a 70% return?
That's right.
Hey, I got my new calculator here. I got to just see. So we take our profit, which is 18K, $18,000, and we divide it by the money that we're in for, $26,000, and we hit equal, and we move the decimal place over, and it is 70%.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is this is not all liquid, right?
No,
I mean,
that's
your 6K is liquid.
That's right.
And on the other deal, it was 9K.
Right.
So you're making $15,000 a year.
Yeah.
Just on 2 properties, and then of course our mortgage is getting paid down. This is going up, and you can pull money out of it anytime you want.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you did these, and were these kind of the first ones that you did?
These were. This one was actually the first place that I purchased, and then when you had returns this good, so I had to do another one.
Yeah, you had to do another one, but then you realized. So it's interesting what you just said to me,
Sure.
Or what you said to us a few minutes ago, and then you realized this is good. But it's work, and there's nothing wrong with this kind of work. But there might be another way that you can make returns, maybe not even as high, but you don't have to really do that much of work.
That's right.
Right, and so that was in what? Land development, mortgages.
Yeah, that's right. Even not having student rentals, like students, a lot of the time there's turnover every single year.
Yeah.
So you're advertising again, you're doing showings again.
Yeah.
I actually hire somebody to do that because it's difficult for me to go to London to do all those showings.
Yeah.
But
And what does that cost? So you're a property manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Property manager, but only to tenant. And then for the rest of the year, I take the phone calls if anything does go wrong.
So it's kind of like an a la carte property manager.
Yeah.
So you just
Pick and
choose what you want to do there. So when it becomes vacant, you get them to fulfill it.
Yeah.
But all the other things you manage yourself.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you suggest to have a property manager that's kind of local, right? You're not going to have a
Absolutely.
property manager that lives beside you in Muskoka.
No, absolutely. Somebody who's there, who's taking groups of students around
Yeah.
to go to other places and is going to take them to mine as well.
Yeah.
If I was going, I would have to cram a bunch in a day. You have no shows.
Yeah.
I'd have to drive there all the time, so it just wouldn't be feasible.
And so what do you pay this property manager? Because there's 5 in each. You have 10 tenants.
Yeah, that's
just
right.
from these 2 properties.
That's right.
So what would you pay for when one moves and to doesn't find that? Yeah.
I would pay him. I pay him 1 month's rent.
1 month's rent.
So when he signs a new year lease, he
Yeah.
gets a 1 month's rent for
Okay.
it.
This is absolutely fantastic. Nicole Edmonds, 2 student properties. One yields you 44% annualized and just gets better. This one yields you 70% and it just gets better. I can't wait till we talk about the other investment strategies you have when we come back from the break. We're talking to my friend Nikki Edmonds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching, everyone. Did you know that you don't need to save up a lot of money to start investing in real estate? Joint venture partnering, private mortgages, and creative financing are a few tools you can use to start investing now. Any opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants personally and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers, Rogers TV, or of Greybrook Securities, Inc. Please consult a professional investment advisor before making investment decisions. Hey, it's Rav. Welcome back to the Everyday Investor, the hottest show in the world. That's right, I said it. We've got a great show for you today. We've been talking to Nicole Edmonds. She's invested in eight projects, 6 different ones. We just looked at 2 different student rentals that she did. She was yielding a return on investment annualized. One was 70%, another one 44%. Nikki, it's so great to have you on the show. We're having fun here.
We are. It's great to be here.
Yeah, and you know, when we decided what topic we would use, I think the investment buffet is a great topic because you know, there's just different vehicles. And there's so many more that we haven't talked about, whether it's lease to owns, apartment buildings, real estate investment trusts. But you're doing 6 different investment. We've only looked at 1, and that's a student rental. You have 5 other different investments. So let's go to the more passive category, because you said that student rentals were work, but it's fun work. And if you're making that kind of money, you know, just those alone, you're making by mistake $15,000 a year on the cash part of it, not to mention the appreciation, the debt reduction. So what are we going to look at now?
So we're going to talk about, like you said, the more passive ones.
Yeah.
So one area that I've invested some money is on vacant plots of land. These are in the United States.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting how they work and how they appreciate.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Sure.
So I'm smiling because like you live in Muskoka. We looked at a couple of student rentals in London, and now you've bought vacant land.
Yeah.
Vacant, and we're not talking about marshland.
No, we're not talking about marshland.
We're talking about, and so where is this?
It is in Florida.
It's in, how convenient, very nice.
Yes.
So it's in Florida.
Yeah.
So how do we do this?
Yeah. So here's how it works.
I don't think we're not getting a mortgage for land.
No.
Okay.
That's right. It's land banking. So it's a place to put your money and get some kind of a return from it.
Okay. So you bought a parcel of land.
That's right.
And you did one. You did how many?
I did 2.
You did 2.
I did 2.
Okay. So these are the 2. So you did 2 student rentals.
Yep.
You did 2 pieces of vacant land.
That's right.
And then throughout the show, we're going to look at 4 more.
That's right.
Different investment strategies. Okay. So teach me how this works.
Okay. So
land banking.
Land banking.
That's what we're writing down, folks. Land banking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's interesting. A lot of people don't know this about how plots of land appreciate. If you have a neighborhood and you've got lots of different lots, and many of them have a house on them.
Okay, so a block.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a block here, and we got some road coming in. Okay, and so we've got, these are all houses.
Yep.
But sometimes, like, they're not necessarily all taken.
That's right.
Right? So is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So there might be some vacant land right here.
That's right.
And then we keep building. Okay.
So what happens is when
How do you like my drawing?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. And then so over here we keep going, and then this is another piece. So here in this kind of subdivision, or in this block, there's 2 pieces of vacant land. So, and this is in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
So we'll say for this example that the vacant land plots are worth $10,000.
$10,000. Is that true? Is that what you did?
That's what yep.
On one of them.
On one of them.
Okay, so for this piece of land here,
sure, $10,000.
You paid $10,000 on a piece of land that you could build. So what kind of houses? I mean, you can build a normal 3-story, not 3-story, 3-bedroom,
That's right.
2-washroom.
Lots of them have pools. Like it's not a rough area. It's a lovely area.
So what I like about this so far is that this is not just like desert. There's homes already here.
That's right.
But these lands are worth. You bought one for $10,000.
That's right.
Okay.
So in a neighborhood like this, for this example, we'll say that the plots that have houses on them are going for $100,000 or worth $100,000.
Okay, so I can buy these houses.
Yep.
For $100K.
That's right.
Okay, so this house right here is worth $100,000. This one right here. Right. So I'll just write it again. So it's bigger. So I can either buy a house for $100,000 or I can buy vacant land. And correct me if I'm wrong because I'm just talking aloud. So I can buy this house. House equals $100,000. And can you see this at home? Good, thanks. So $100,000 for a house. Or just for the land, $10K. So that tells me to construct a house over there, it's about $90,000. Okay?
That's right.
And these are real. This is real numbers.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So what'll happen is the neighborhood will appreciate. And you'll hear sometimes, oh, the neighborhood appreciated by 5%. So that means that these plots of land that have houses on them went up to being worth $105,000.
Okay. So in 1 year, you're saying this now is $105,000.
Yes.
Okay, because it went up 5%.
Well, so people will say that yes, it went up 5%.
Yeah.
But what actually appreciated? The appreciating asset is the land, the mortar and bricks, the wood to build your house. That's a depreciating asset.
Yeah.
So what actually went up? Sure.
Say that again.
Yes.
So, yeah, because people don't know that, and that's very, very wise of you to say that. That actually houses don't go up in value.
That's right.
It's like a car.
That's right.
It's a depreciating asset.
You have to put money into it,
Not
to
asset,
maintenance.
It's a depreciating utility.
That's right.
But it's the land that goes up.
That's right. So when one of
How
these,
did you become so smart?
Did some training.
Yes. No. But that's good that you just said that.
So when these properties that have houses on them go up to being $105,000, they went up by $5,000.
Yeah.
And so did a vacant plot of land. The vacant plot of land. So it goes up to $15K.
Not $500.
No,
because
that's
what I would think, right?
No.
Because really, this is going up 5%.
That's right.
Right. We don't put a number on. Houses in the GTA went up $30,000 on average. It's a percentage.
That's right.
So you're saying that these houses go up 5%, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
5% on 100 is 5K, so it's 105. But it's not really true that this went up 5%, because if this went up 5%, then I'm only making $500, which is incorrect. You're saying, no, Rav, these went up $5,000, therefore, because it's the land that went up, not the house.
That's right.
Therefore, this piece of land went up $5,000?
Went up $5,000. So you can see it's a more effective place to invest your money. If you put your money here for $10,000, you're going to make 50% return on your investment.
Wow.
Versus tying your money up in a $100,000 house.
Okay, so you bought this today. Let's say we were last year.
Yeah.
For $10K.
Yeah.
And then in 1 year, this is now worth $15K.
That's right.
So you made $5,000, 5K divided by your investment amount of 10K equals the ROI of a 50% return on your money.
That's right.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Because we take our profit divided by the cost or the investment amount, and that equals 50%. Wow.
So you'll notice that in this kind of an investment, you're not making a cash flow.
Yeah.
You've paid for it outright, so you're not paying down any portion of your mortgage.
Yeah. So you need to come up with a 10K. What was
That's right.
You did a second one.
That's
was
right.
that 10K as well?
That one was 30K.
That was 30K.
That was
so that's
30K.
out of pocket.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, we're paying that here for, we're not even, it's more than that for an investment property.
That's right.
If we're putting 20% down. So you did the exact same thing. So if we use the same, you know, analogy here, you did 30K. You did 30K, and so these are properties are not worth 100.
Right, they'll be worth more, 300.
They're worth more, 300,000, so on and so forth. If they go up, but you're making 50% return on your property.
That's right, and because you're investing internationally, you're also making money if the dollar goes up. So
which you did.
Which I did.
You just made 25, 30%
That's right.
more.
Yeah.
So, wow. So you.